age does not help. And I want to know why we do this. And I don't even know. Do you know? Does anybody know why we still do this?
This is like Groundhog Day of topics.
That's why I said it's cliche, but
yeah.
I gotta know.
Let's try to make sense. Like, what good could it or would it do? Okay, so the things that we would be responding to would be the daylight, the actual daylight, right?
Yeah.
And so the period of time that you would use electricity or fill your oil lamps or whatever, if we can line up the active part of the day so that it's most in the daylight, we would save on energy costs. That could be one thing that daylight savings would do. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else?
I feel like we used to hear rumors that it had something to do with farmers. Is that just their working hours or?
I don't know. I think people are a little smarter. And like, so when I travel out across time zones to the West Coast, I stay on Ohio time. Why? Because when you disturb your sleep, it F's everything up beyond that, everything. Yeah. So we depend on that rhythm for our health and, for our energy and immune system and all that kind of stuff. And so I think when that gets jacked up, which they do twice a year, lots of people die because of it.
Yeah, it's like the highest day of the year for heart attacks and things like that, which
Everybody's messed up, not because of their drinking or their sabotage that they pulled over the weekend, but it's because if you just say
lost an hour.
Yeah. And so Saturday, I went to bed an hour earlier, like Friday going into Saturday. And then I woke up at 3:30 knowing that it was really 4:30. And then I woke up at 5 on Sunday, right? And then this morning was just a regular day. So it took me 2 complete cycles to be able to get into it because I
had planned to do that.
Oh, of course you did.
I did.
Like most people. But yes, I think it should go away. I mean, I don't think there's very much, very good reason for it. I can see there might be some industries that benefit from their workday, whatever, but you can just as easy as slide your workday.
That was going to be my question. Why can't, you just say, hey guys, by the way, we've noticed it's, staying light a little later now.
Come in earlier, go home a little bit earlier.
Come in at this time and go home at this time.
It would be so much easier.
Yeah.
But they have, through legislation, passed to kill this thing multiple times. And yet it still is like the zombie.
Yeah.
Because it will be disruptive to institutions.
More than just saying, hey guys, now come in at this time until this time.
Maybe more, like all of your clocks automatically update. So now you change that and everybody will have to rewrite software that took the adjustment into consideration, the technology where it already had time changes happen and it automated. Now you have to back that off and say the time will be the same. So there's work to be done. There's some cost and expense to do it. It's almost like it'd be cheaper and easier to keep it if it's not that big of a deal to anyone. We all hate it. Nobody's ever said, thank God for this time change thing.
Yeah. The only time it's ever like I like it is the first night when we fall back, when you're like, I get to sleep in an hour. Other than that, it sucks all the way around.
Okay. So let's just say that nobody told you it was daylight savings time and all of the clocks and all of the world adjust. Would you even know that it happened at all? Or how could you prove that it actually took place?
Probably not. I mean, the only thing I would notice is I would start to notice that it is lighter out.
Well, it does that anyway.
Yeah.
When it gets into spring, you get longer daylight hours anyway. So it would just be it could be a natural phenomenon. You wouldn't know. Maybe if we just stop effing making a big deal about it and just let it happen automatically, there are very few people that would actually know. Like I must have ate something bad yesterday. I'm a little bit tired today. I bet nobody would notice. It's contagion. It's contagion. When you make the suggestion that there are a lot of blue cars out there, right? Blue cars you shall see. So if you're like, oh, we're losing an hour, can't you wait to lose that hour? Then your body's like, oh, I'm going to be tired on that next day. And what do you know? You're tired on that next day because you populated.
I actually feel worse today than yesterday.
Oh, of course, your liver got the rest of the alcohol toxins out of your body and the terrible food and the lethargic behavior. Of course, you feel a little bit worse. Your body is dealing with the poisons you gave it.